Come here, Atlas. All right. So I want to show off some of his tricks. Now, I always look at everything we teach as a trick. So sit is a trick and down is a trick, and all of those things are all tricks. But there's some that are a little bit flashier than others. So a couple tricks that we've been working on. One is a nose target. So with a nose target, I always do like a karate chop hand because I want to make it really clear when he's going to get paid for touching my hand versus when he might not get paid for it. So if he's just nose bumping my hand, I don't pay for that. But if I specifically say target, yes, and present a flat hand, he gets paid for that. So take my hand, do a karate chop, yes. And that means he gets a goodie. Yes means he's getting paid for it. Atlas, target, yes. And anytime he does that nose poke on my hand, he gets a goodie. Now, I should say, anytime I say yes, he gets a goodie. If I am going to have him do multiple tricks in a row, I just use good as my marker instead. Good doesn't necessarily mean food. Yes always means food. So if you say yes, it's a promise you're going to feed him. So if I am going to do multiple targets, it might be target, oops, Atlas, yes. Good boy. If I do multiple targets, target, good, target, good, target, good, yes. I might say good to let him know that that was the right choice, but he's not necessarily getting fed unless I say yes. Now, another one is a shake. So with a shake, I'm really picky about this because it's not very fun to get punched by the dog. Oops, down. Thank you. So if I am going to work on a shake, it's always two parts. It's always sit and then shake. I'm never going to never going to pay for a dog that shakes, hold on, honey, without cueing them to shake. So if he just randomly throws his paw at me, I don't give him any attention for that. I don't catch it. I don't give him treats for it, nothing. He doesn't get anything for shaking if it's not on cue. On cue, absolutely he gets paid. So I know this is a very stinky treat, clearly. Atlas, sit, shake. Yes, good boy. It's kind of a weak shake, but you know, it's all right. So I'm gonna start him over here, bring him back. Atlas, sit, shake. Yes, good boy. So it's always that sit and then the shake so that he knows that he's actually supposed to offer that paw. Target, yes. I don't want him just throwing that paw at me whenever he wants to, thinking that it might get him goodies. Sit. Honey, you gotta stay in your sit. Very excited. Shake. Little effort. There it is, good boy. So we have a target, we have a shake. What else are we doing? We're working on a crawl. So if he's already in a down, he has to be in a down first to do a crawl. Then hold on. Then I'm going to tap 2 fingers on the ground. So I tap, 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 tap. Yes, when he kind of crawls over to that hand, and then he gets a goodie. Hide my treat, tap, 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 yes. And then he gets a goodie. Nice job. Let's reset you because you're all sprawled. Free. So I'm gonna put him in a down. Atlas. Down. Good. And then tap, tap, oops, down. So if he pops up out of that down, we just wait for him to go back to it. I'm using liver treats, which he hasn't, had before, so he's a little amped about the food. Tap, 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 tap. Yes. Eventually, I wean off of the finger tap and I actually tap my toe. So if I'm standing, I can tap, tap, and he'll crawl all the way to my foot, which is kind of fun. Free. Every so often, I like to reset him so we can bring him back and try it again. Atlas. Down. Good. Oh, there's noises next door. Oops. So I'm not going to pay for that because his butt came off the ground. Nope. Just going to wait for your little brain to come back. There it is. Nice. Tap, 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 tap. Yes. Good job. Try that again. Yes. Good boy. That's what I want. That's better. Free. All right, and we just started working on a play dead, which also starts in a down. So I'm gonna put him in a down. With a play dead, my lure is gonna go from his nose to his shoulder. Yes, and then I capture when he flops onto his side, and then I always bonus point if he stays dead, because it's way more fun if he really dies. You want him to really, really die for a while. It's not as fun if he just touches and then zombies right back up again. He's got to stay down there. So I bonus point for duration on that one. Good. And then when we're done, free. And then I toss a treat and he resets. So with the play dead, you're touching his shoulder, you're not going over his back, and you're not going to his cheek. It's very specific to get his body to naturally roll like you're looking for. So he's in a down. I'm going to go around like I'm going to touch his shoulder, and I have to wait for him to get his own legs out from under him because he kind of laid down with his little legs in the way on that one. So close. Yes, there it is. So once he goes flat, that's when he gets paid, and then we'll do those extra goodies for holding that position. But I always want to just wait for the dog to think it through. Free. I don't want to push them over. I don't want to grab their paw for a shake. I don't want to do anything where I'm physically moving their body. I want them to troubleshoot and figure out how to do it on their own. Sit. Down. Catch his nose. Guide him to his shoulder. Yes, when he flops, he gets his treat for that. And then, like I said, he always gets these bonus point treats for laying down. I will turn him around so it's easier for the camera to see him flop over. Free. Nice job. Notice how with shake and crawl, I don't have a verbal cue yet. So I'm not saying a verbal cue until I'm really convinced that he's good at it, which we're just not there yet because these are pretty new. So I'm going to catch his nose, guide him around like I'm going to touch his shoulder, wait for him to flop. Yes, when that other shoulder hits the ground, and then I bonus point as he hangs out here. Free. Catch his nose, go around like I'm going to, oops, he popped that out of my mouth, but he still died. That was good. Popped that out of my hand, rather. It gets so slobbery, it just all falls out. Catch his nose, around to his shoulder. Yes, when this shoulder hits the floor, and then I feed him while he's head flat on the ground. Free. We'll do one more of those, see if we can get a good angle to see that. I don't think there's anything out there. Sit. Down. Catch his nose to his shoulder. Yes, when he dies. Let him stay dead for a moment. Give him some bonus points. Oh God, stuck in your face. There you go. Nice job. Oops. Finish that out. Ideally, I want him to stay here until I release him. That's my goal. Free. Good job. Nice job. So we have a target, we have a shake, we almost have a crawl, we almost have a play dead, but I don't use those verbal cues yet because I don't trust him yet. Not quite enough practice. Sit. Down. When I'm willing to bet $100 that he's going to do it, then I'm ready to add the verbal cue. So I'm not ready to bet $100 that he's going to crawl successfully yet because he likes to kind of pick his butt up off the ground. There we go. What happened to your legs? We lost them. You lost your legs. Good boy. Nice job. That's a good place to start. Good boy.